What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the 450-hour Dreaming Spanish update. I know you guys have been begging me for this update because this one has been delayed compared to previous ones where I was making some pretty remarkable progress in video updates, that is. So this is the series that I'm talking about, as you can see on your screen right now. This is by God, my longest series that I have ever produced on this channel. Now, I do want to point out, because I had a couple of questions about this, why do I not call it No Bullshit anymore? That is YouTube's fault. YouTube actually started ad restricting me on videos where I used the terminology no bullshit. It started literally at this point. I uploaded this video originally and then YouTube said, yeah, no, this is restricted, no ads for this. And I was like, why? And then I tried out a bunch of different things and eventually re-uploaded the video, the exact same video, no changes with the words no bullshit removed. And now I'm allowed to have ads again. And the fucked up thing is when they restrict you from ads, it doesn't mean that you guys won't see ads. It just means I won't get paid. You'll still see ads. So that's why I call it, well, that's why I don't call it the No Bullshit series anymore, but it's still no all bullshit. Still all no bullshit. Okay, language conducted, let's move forward. So as you can see, 450 hours. Here's the last month. If you have a look at those hours and you calculate them, you'll notice I'm probably just sitting around 2 hours average a day, maybe even something under that. And this has happened due to a number of reasons. It actually started in my previous update, and I already informed you guys about that. You know, my work environment changed, but during this month, something else happened. I hurt my lower back again. And as a result, I was in bed in pain for several weeks, and I really was not in the mood to be watching freaking random Spanish content. It's just like when you're in pain, you can't be fucked, okay? But I still managed to push through, and then a second thing started to happen. And I don't know. This is probably going to get a lot of people in the Dreaming Spanish community pissed off, but I feel like I've made no progress. During the last 50 hours, I personally cannot feel the progress. I keep a record of like when I feel I've made progress, and I've done this for all previous videos, and if you watch my early on ones, I had like so many things I was telling you guys about, like with every video, and then it started becoming less and less and less, and at this point, I feel like I've plateaued. Now, I don't know if I actually have, but that's what I feel. I feel like I'm not making any progress at all. During this last month, I recorded the only time I ever actually felt like I made any progress, and I finally recognized the goddamn word tal vez, okay, which I think means maybe. I managed to recognize that in 50 hours. That's all I can point a finger at and say that is for sure something that I picked up on. Now, I'm assuming I have picked up more. By God, I am hoping I've picked up more, but it's painful for me. This is becoming one of the hardest challenges I've ever done. And I feel like for me, this is hard because I am the type of person who likes to track and see progress. And for example, when I do a traditional method, I can make a record of what I've learnt. Like, I can literally write down what I studied on some day, or I can have a textbook where I can mark out all the stuff. I can flick back and have a look. At the moment, all I've got is I can flick back to the beginner videos and some of the intermediate videos and go, oh yeah, that seems pretty easy now. And look at the number, that's it. But like, I have not changed levels in Spanish. Like, I'm still watching Spanish intermediate level videos. Nothing's changed here. And to top it all off, I'm sick of the Dreaming Spanish content. Like, none of this really interests me anymore. I don't know why, because like this stuff I was able to watch before. I feel like it's just, I've watched so much of it at this point. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's not even the content that's the problem anymore. It's just I'm sick of it. maybe like, I don't want to blame the guides. The guides are great people and all, but I'm sick of looking at the same people. Like, just over and over and over. Like, I'm sick of their faces, okay? And this is not to say that I don't like them. They're not lovely people. I don't appreciate what they're doing. But I've watched so much content at this point from these same people that I want to die. And it's been a struggle to keep going this last month. This is, I don't know, maybe this is my midlife crisis in Dreaming Spanish, okay? I don't know if you guys have like a dreaming midlife crisis. This is definitely me in it at this point. The only thing that's kept me going at this moment, and it's probably counterproductive. Well, the first one's not. Okay, the first thing that's kept me going is Spanish Boost Gaming. I don't know how he's managed to do it, but I'm not sick of his face yet. Maybe soon though. Maybe soon. But I'm still at the point where I like to refresh his Patreon page to see if he's dropped a video. And if he drops a video that's less than 50 minutes, I get angry at him. Because that means I need to watch more than an hour worth of Dreaming Spanish. So, Martin, if you're watching this, you better keep making longer videos, man. Otherwise, I'm coming for you. Okay, and I guess the second thing is, the only thing that's really been keeping me going is I'll go watch Amazon Prime or... Yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment. I got rid of Netflix, but I'll watch that with like videos that I've seen in the past, movies that I love, dubbed, even though I only understand like 40%. Sometimes I understand more, sometimes I understand less, but I'll watch this, and I know it's probably not great for me because it's way under my comprehensibility like level, but at least in the moment when I'm watching this stuff, I feel like I want to watch it. Like, I have at least the desire to watch that content. You know, like, it's interesting enough to keep me engaged for the entire thing. Although I don't understand most of it. I'm just more relying on the fact that, you know, I know those stories from the past type of thing. So it's like, I'm in this really rough patch right now where I can force my way through Dreaming Spanish, but then I'm in this constant, you know, focus. And then I'll just turn away and focus. Like, I have to go put my phone in the cupboard type of thing, and I'll find myself, like, staring at the cupboard going, I'm so over this. Like, I don't want to listen to these guys anymore, okay? Now, I don't know if this is just a phase, and I don't know if this is just me being annoyed because, you know, I had a sore back and shit like this, and I'm only just starting to recover now. Maybe next month I'll be completely fine, but, like, I always said to you guys, I'll be honest about my experiences as I go through this. And I feel like at this point, okay, I'd plateaued. Like, I do not feel any progress at all. I don't even feel like I will do it, but I kind of don't even want to show you guys what I can understand at this moment because, like, I don't feel like you're going to see any progression yourselves. But I'll do it, okay? So we'll have a look at this video right here. I want to move to China, podcast in slow Spanish. Things we'd like to do before we die, okay? I've already watched some of it, so I'll just keep watching from wherever I'll watch.
Evolucionaron para estar en tierra. Pero
Okay, I'll start from that moment. He said, but.
El paracaidismo a mí me parece también interesante.
So he was saying, you know, to me this is interesting, but he said something about paracaidismo. I don't know what that is.
Aunque yo sí tengo un poco de miedo a las alturas.
Okay, so he's saying that he's scared of heights. Well, he has a little bit of a fear of heights.
Es uno de mis fobias.
Obviously, it's one of his phobias.
Y aún así lo encuentro excitante. Es algo que me gustaría también. No es algo que tenga que hacer sí o sí.
See, I kind of got that and then kind of didn't. Like, obviously, he's now talking about another thing here, but he hasn't specified what it is yet. Like, I half get that.
Que yo quiera hacer antes de morir.
So, another thing I want to do before I die.
Pero sí que me gustaría llegar a hacerlo. Aunque si yo lo pusiera en mi lista, lo pondría lo último. No vaya a ser...
Okay, he's talking about, I think, like, becoming a soldier or something?
No vaya
que te
a ser.
Mueras.
Exactamente.
Claro.
And she's obviously like, clearly.
Ok, bien. Bueno, veremos. A ver, tampoco es que tengo como una necesidad incontrolable de hacerlo, porque si no, ya lo hubiera hecho. No es como...
Like, I kind of get bits and pieces of that, but not enough to stitch together a complete sentence.
Como que realmente no hay nada que me impida hacerlo en este momento de mi vida.
So she's saying, like, realistically, there's not, like, anything, and then I missed the verb, whatever that is, in her life at this moment, you know, really.
Pero bueno, es algo que en algún momento quiero hacer.
So she's saying, but it's something in any moment can do. Now, I will say, okay, because I love listening and watching stuff from Martin at Spanish Boost Gaming, I understand her a lot more clearly compared to, anyone else on this platform because she has the same accent as him. So maybe I'm just better at this accent now.
Pero no es que digo, ya, lo quiero hacer ahora. No, o sea, es como que...
So you shouldn't do it right now or something like that.
En algún momento
In some moment or another moment.
se va a dar la oportunidad.
If you have the opportunity.
Vale, entiendo.
Okay, I understand.
Bueno, yo tengo una que me gustaría hacer y no es
So he says, I have one thing I want to do.
tan salvaje.
And it's not too... I don't know what salvaje means. I have no idea.
Es una cosa mucho más relajada.
It's like one thing that's a lot more harder. Like, yeah, I don't know what that means. So this is obviously too hard for me. So I don't know what level this was marked as. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find out, we're going to drop the levels down and find out where that was. Okay, so that disappeared at that point. Okay, it's back at this point. So it's like around the middle intermediate. So if I drop down a level, let's try another video, okay? And we'll try something completely different. I almost moved to Mexico for a guy. I watched a bit of this as well.
Le averigua toda la vida por internet.
Something about, the entire life with internet. I'm guessing she's... Because, we started halfway through a sentence.
Toda su familia, sus gustos, sus cosas.
With one's family, one's tastes, one's things.
Eso sí lo he hecho. Ujú.
And this is, in fact...
Dios, Shell. No, o sea, tú eres una stalker.
And she's saying she's a stalker. Okay, I can't remember what the conversation was before this point.
Pues, mira,
And look.
yo tengo que cuidarme, Natalia. Tengo que ver cuál es el tipo de persona que estoy dejando entrar en mi vida.
So she's like, I need to protect me. I need to, something about the type of person that would enter into her life.
Entonces sí soy de revisar todo el Instagram.
So, I start to understand the contents now. She's like, I need to, check all of their Instagram. So she's obviously now talking about the fact that she wants to check everything about, potential partners.
Voy, encuentro alguna cuenta de Facebook, busco en internet.
So she's checking in Facebook, looking in the internet.
LinkedIn.
In LinkedIn. Okay, yeah, she's a stalker.
Todo, Natalia, todo. Tengo que saber.
Okay, so yeah, everything, Natalia, everything I need to know. Okay, so as you saw from that video, I understand most of what's going on in that. Okay, so we have this advanced series from Martin that's available in his Patreon. So I'm just going to pick a random video out of this one. So I'll just click on this one and we'll just click into a random moment in it.
Hola a todos. Completa. Eliminar la parte de las planchas.
So he's getting rid of the part of the planchas is it's like a flat board or something like that. I don't know what the correct translation is, but I know what it is. It's something flat and made of metal or something. What would that be? Like a plate maybe.
O sea, que vaya directamente a crear barras.
So he wants to make it directly create bars. There was a little bit in there that I don't quite understand, but I think he's talking about, redirecting.
¿Ok? Creo que eso es lo que voy a hacer.
And it's what he wants to do.
La verdad.
Really.
A eso me refiero con reconstrucción. No es
That's what he was referring to when he was talking about reconstruction.
literalmente una reconstrucción,
So it's not exactly a reconstruction.
pero vamos a hacer este pequeño cambio.
So he wants to do this, saying, let's make this small change.
¿Por qué? Porque quiero utilizar la mina de allá
Because he wants to utilize the mine that's located over there. So as you guys can see, I'm a lot better with gaming terminology and definitely with Martin's accent, because this is where my interest lies. I love this type of stuff. But then when it comes to, those other types of topics, I seem to fall short. So maybe the issue is really that I should be forcing myself to do more content from things that I'm not interested in as much, but then at the same time, I don't feel like I can really commit to it. So what I propose at this stage is that we need to clone Martin. We need a couple of more Martins out there, okay? We need to clone him and then get them all playing different types of games. That way I've got endless content. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this update. I know this one's probably a bit of a downer, but it is a no bullshit series. This is what I am feeling at this moment. It is painful. It is painful.